Boat shopping taught us things no one warned us about, and one of them almost changed our entire plan. I'm a beginner. We have a baby, and every boat we looked at felt like it came with years of consequences attached, which was not mentioned in the brochure. If you're new here, I'm Jessie, learning sailing, parenthood, and this slightly chaotic plan as we go. So while we're at the boat finishing up cleaning her interior, I wanted to answer questions from our boat shopping video, I'll link it below, and tell you the biggest lessons we learned after boat shopping, like the stuff no one talks about. First up, questions I got from the boat shopping video. First one, do you wear shoes on boats when you're boat shopping? Now this one I didn't know either. For the most part, yes. Except for when we were at the Annapolis Sailboat show and boat shopping that way, everybody took their shoes off. There's way too much traffic going through the boats to have people wearing their shoes. But when we went to our local marina and used a local broker to shop for boats, I asked if shoes were to be taken off. And he said no, as long as they're like white-soled shoes, just a common courtesy so you don't scuff up the boats, we'll keep our shoes on. And he gave me the idea, just do what the broker does. So if the broker takes their shoes off when they're entering the boat, just take your shoes off as a courtesy. And question 2 was, are babies allowed on the boats when you're boat shopping? What's the answer? You were just upset. Yes, they're allowed on boats. So JoJo was in her carrier the entire time because she can't walk. So out of 15 or 20 boats that we toured at the Annapolis Boat Show, only one of them was a hard no on no baby on board, and that was just the owner's rule, so we just kept moseying on. We didn't buy that boat, but every other boat was like, oh yeah, bring her on. Now, I saw other small kids there as well on the boats touring, but they were all well behaved. If you have a child that's gonna run around or scream or touch everything, probably not. If you are doing boat shopping with a local broker like we just did, I just told him, I was like, here's what we're looking for in a boat, but if we can't bring the baby and see how it feels with the whole family on board, we're not interested in buying anything. He's like, of course, bring the baby. So I think most brokers are going to say yes to you bringing your entire family, including the baby. What do you think? Should babies be on the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Okay. We thought boat shopping would be fun. And it was, for about 10 minutes. Then it started feeling like a cross between speed dating and a home inspection, with higher stakes. Every boat felt exciting at first, and then the questions started creeping in, like, why is this one sticky? That was the first surprise. We thought when we found the one, we'd just know. But excitement turned out to be really loud and extremely unqualified, like a friend who hypes you up and then disappears when it's time to help you move. Every boat felt amazing in the moment, and then we'd leave and realize we weren't clearer, we were just more confused. That's when we realized excitement isn't clarity, it's just adrenaline. And adrenaline has never once made a calm, well-thought-out, long-term decision. Everyone says, oh, that's an easy fix. I now understand is boating for you'll learn a lot. Every easy fix added time, money, stress, usually all three. At first we kept asking, can this be fixed? And then we realized the better question was, do we want to live with this while it is being fixed? Because temporary has a strong work ethic. It likes to stick around. We thought we were just shopping for a boat, but every boat quietly came with decisions attached, where it would live, how often it would need work, how much time it would demand. It was less buying a boat and more entering a long-term situationship. It wasn't just the purchase, it was the ripple effect, especially with a baby who did not sign up for this. We thought more research would make it easier, but the more we learned, the harder decisions became. At one point, I had read everything and trusted nothing. Everyone had advice, and every opinion confidently disagreed with the last one. We weren't underinformed, We were overstimulated. And that's when we realized clarity doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from knowing when to close down that browser. We expected money to be the scary part of this, but honestly, time scared me more. Because money has a spreadsheet. Time just vanishes while you're being productive. Time fixing, time working, time adjusting. Money felt measurable. Time felt like something we could lose without noticing. We're still shopping, still learning, and I'm still very much a beginner at all of this, just with better questions and a little bit lower blood pressure. But these lessons already saved us from rushing into something that didn't fit our life. There were a few boats we really thought we'd buy, until one thing stopped us. If you're in this stage too, or you want to follow along as we figure this out, sailing, parenthood, and all the in-between, I'd love to have you here. Click that subscribe button to follow along in our fun chaos. Thanks for sailing in. Catch you on the next wave. Mermaid out.
Hi, I'm Jessie, the mama behind the Suburban Mermaid. After years of suburban life, I'm trading cul-de-sacs for coastlines and sailing around the world with my family. My husband Jay is a lifelong sailor, but me, I barely know port from starboard. What I do know is that I want our daughter JoJo to grow up chasing sunsets instead of schedules. So we're downsizing our lives on land, fixing up our free sailboat that's been sunk twice, then setting sail on adventures on the lake and the ocean. Subscribe to follow the adventure as we navigate raising a family by the water, poolside, dockside, and beachside, and prove that you don't need to know everything to start a new dream.